Yeah, the thing was, I was just expecting to get a little more experience and just kind of like, to take my vision of schlock and expand it, and it just was a completely different head out in California, and it didn't have that New York East Coast edge that I learned to love with trauma. It's quite an edge.
Damn you, Californians!
So you went from hanging with dicks to hanging with douches. Am I correct?
Douche nozzles.
Okay, douche
nozzles. Oh, not just douches, but that's impressive. That's very impressive.
Now, probably the most important question I'm going to ask you all night. Is your cousin going to have another bar mitzvah? Because we want to make a movie.
Ed's not my cousin. He might as well be my brother, but I think now we can work. There might be an angle or a sect of Judaism where we might be able to go with every 13 years to have a bar mitzvah.
I like that. I like the way this man thinks. We'll even provide the entertainment. We do some great a cappella karaoke.
That's great, man.
Yeah, exactly. All right, now then, on the loop.
On the loop.
Yes.
Alright, so how would you describe to our two fans who will be watching this, how would you describe Luke to the uninitiated? If you wanted to get people off of their asses after they watch this video to come back in time and see the screening, how would you describe it?
Well, that's the problem. It's a very difficult movie to describe. It's more of an experience. And that's what I try to do is I try to create an experience. Now, some people have said that this is completely different from Vernon. This is completely something else from Pericles. And I hate his name. My name is but it's like, but this is stuff that's been written. And other people have said, I see the connection, and I think there's a connection. Lib is, I fell off the earth for a while, right? I left filmmaking because there just didn't seem to be any places for me. And I got into broadcast news. And I started to,
How is William Hurt, by the way?
You were?
Now, how is William Hurt, by the way?
Yeah, he's about the same, about as wooden as can be.
Understood. I apologize for that joke to everybody watching this. My head is hung in shame.
You're done.
Okay, go on.
And I started to see, I started to kind of experience news as it came out of the pipe, wherever it was coming from. And I started just kind of like to think about things and to think about world events in a certain way. And I got an idea. And the idea grew into this movie. And this movie, I'm only acting cagey about it because it's really something that I think people need to experience, and that's not going to sell tickets or bring people back to time, but I don't really give a fuck about that because I didn't make this movie to sell. I hope people can watch it. I think if people watch it, they're either going to like it or they're going to hate it. Either way, they're going to talk about it. And it ended up being the movie I wanted to make. There were issues happening, Basically, this is a very cheap movie. It's a very cheap film. But there were things that came up that forced me to like evolve the picture, and I don't mean like fixing it either. It's just like I kept it going in the same direction, but I had to like make some turns that were just unavoidable, and it's basically about a person who gains an experience, tries to like relate that experience to the outside world, and finds himself, trapped within the experience. And
I have absolutely no idea what you just said.
I can clarify this in one simple question. Can you give that same explanation in 4 syllables or less?
Syllables. No, can you?
Yes. Very good.
Redneck zombies, you bastard! Anyway, sorry about that. Alright, next topic here. You want some water?
Yeah, good.
You sure?
Yeah.
Well, wait.
I'll get rid of it.
All right, then. Oh, we're going to talk about, let's see here, what else? Oh, yeah. Another one of our favorite movies. It turns out another one of your favorite movies as well. Why don't you talk to our friends about your upcoming screening of Ink?
I have a film society where we screen up the work of other filmmakers. You know, it's kind of just called the Annapolis Pretentious Film Society, and I'm always on the lookout.
Do you have hats?
We don't have hats yet.
We'd like hats.
You like hats?
We would like hats.
All right, I will
To
try.
have that phrase on a hat would be amazing.
Yeah.
People
Oh,
would
yeah.
have to stop and look at you for a second.
Possible capital idea. We're just saying we only want 5% of return. Same, but go on.
I'm on it. And it was I was on Twitter, and in a single tweet, I keep one. I'm always monitoring indie film. Somebody said, "Wow, there's this really cool indie film out of Denver. It's a sci-fi called Ink." And there was a link, and I clicked on the link, and I saw this trailer, and the trailer was truly outstanding. And I took the trailer and I posted it. I work also as the indie film curator at Current.com, and I posted it at Current, and people just really took to it. I got 1,000 hits. Now I haven't seen the movie yet, so I contacted the filmmakers, Jamin and Kiowa.
They're good people.
They're really good people, and I told them about my screening society. And I told them about, I just told them how much I liked the trailer and I'd like to see it, and they were sort of having I would say, an existential crisis at the time, because they had this great film, and the independent film business models collapsed. You know, no one was watching their movie. There was no distributors to go to. They were catching it from all angles. And I said, look, just let me see the film. Let's go from there. And there were other people like me that were interested in seeing the film. And I got a screener from him, and I was really, really blown away. And I felt that this movie was just going to take it off on its own. It just needed help.
Which, as you can see, it has. Yeah. Which, oh, by the way, we're doing a review with an interview with Jacob.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Not the actor. We're actually interviewing the character of the Pathfinder. Look for that coming up soon. Not on video, but it will be entertaining.
Unfortunately, you won't be able to see it.
No. He's
See, that was the idea. We wanted him to be able to print it and feel it.
Unfortunately, all of his answers are GB, QRF, LTV, that type of thing. But so, what are you going to do? What are you going to do with Loop?
You guys would be the first to know. I sent it out to a lot of festivals, and you got a lot of rejections. The festivals that it did get into, it won awards. It won an award at the Faith Film Festival for Best Visual Effects. It was a work in progress then. It won Best Narrative Feature at the Great Lakes Independent Film Festival, and it won a special jury prize at the Flyway Film Festival. That's the 3 festivals that it got into. It was probably rejected from more than 20. I wish I had the right number in my head, but it was like 21 or 22. And it's certainly a lot of competition out there. There's a lot of great independent films. But I was sort of surprised, I guess, that, it didn't hurt my feelings as much as I just kind of wanted to get it in there and I wanted to get seen. And then trying to find a place to screen a film like Loop was tough. And that's why I started following Ted Hope's Truly Free Film blog, which is a blog for independent filmmakers. And Ted Hope is a director is an independent producer who, he produced Adventureland, The Ice Storm. He's a really outstanding guy, and he's really sticking to his indie guns and always trying to help independent filmmakers make a new business model. So I started kind of hanging around out there, he always comes up and says, always asking me the question, what can you do? And I say, I think filmmakers should expand their model to include exhibition, but not just their films, but of others, so we can always have some place to show our movies. And I started doing it with the Pretentious Film Society. And I didn't start with Loop, because Loop fucks with people. It fucks with people.
Yes.
And it might not fuck with you two guys.
You don't want to hit people with a stick the first time around.
No, you don't want to hit people with a spiked bat.
Well, I do.
First time
right?
around.
That's what I was going to say. That's a Saturday night for us.
Yeah.